Instead of house sitting, well, condo sitting, we actually lived with the host Randy together because he never left for Florida to get his surgery done. But we still took care of Tinkerbell, the 1-year-old dog, Belgian Malinois. In my last video, here is a video, I ended the video by saying that Randall called Paul on his cell phone to tell him that he got an accident and he ended up in the hospital. So around 4:30 p.m. On January 29th, 2025, Paul went with Randall's credit card to the hospital. And then finally, they let Ria go home. Ria is Randall's caregiver, and they wouldn't let her out of Randy's sight while he was in the hospital. So when Paul arrived, they finally let her go home, and she came home to get some stuff for Randall for the hospital. So suddenly Paul texts me what blood type I have. So apparently Randy was needing blood. He has a very rare blood type, B negative, and Paul, Ria, and we all don't have that blood type. But I think later on it turned out that he didn't need any blood. Maybe it was just as a precaution, I don't know. So at first they couldn't put Randall through the MRI machine because he also injured his ribs and he couldn't lay down. He was in too much pain, he couldn't breathe anymore. So they had to give him some meds and wait a bit, and then they were able to put him through the MRI machine. So what actually happened? Randy and Ria were on the motor scooter and they got hit twice by a car that did an illegal U-turn. And the car just then drove away, so a hit and run. But because it happened in Clark, I think someone saw the license plate number, so they found him and he got put into jail. And in case Randy would die, he would get imprisoned. So as mentioned, it happened in Clark Freeport Zone. Here is a video about that. It's a special area, special zone in the Philippines where we were staying at. And luckily it happened in there, because if it would have happened outside that, in the real Philippines, how I call it, they probably would have never caught the guy. So anyways, Randy tore 2 arteries in his leg, and there was lots of blood, and also the motor scooter got blood on it. Luckily, no broken bones. And Ria, she just got like a bruise, I think around here on her arm, but nothing really happened to her, luckily. As mentioned, Ria is Randy's caregiver, his new caregiver. So Randy pays her 350 pesos a week, what is about $6 a week. You probably think now, what the fuck, that's nothing. But she and her daughter can live and eat for free at his condo, and he buys them clothes and puts her daughter through school, even through private school, he said he would do that. So he's basically taking care of them. So it's a really good deal. They are really lucky. I think they each, so Ria and her daughter Hannah, they each just had like 2 pairs of underwear. And I think Paul told me that Ria had to work in a massage parlor where she worked before about 7 months to be able to afford the jacket she really wanted. So yeah, it's a really hard life in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, usually people live like 5 people or more in one room. They sleep in the same room, and they live in a tiny apartment like a big family. And at Randy's place, Randy has a luxury condo, really big living room and kitchen, and 3 ensuite bedrooms. So there, she and Hannah, the daughter, have their own room, their own bathroom. So yes, they are very lucky. Anyways, back to the accident. So Paul told me a day before the accident happened, something got stolen from Randy's motor scooter. A logo or something, I think. So Paul believes in voodoo, and to be able to practice voodoo on someone, you need something that belongs to them. Here I should also probably mention the old caregiver of Randy. She is blackmailing Randy. Randy is a US veteran. He used to work in a military nuclear weapons depot, and he got poisoned by plutonium and all kinds of other stuff. He should be already dead for 2 years. He has regrowing tumors on his back, seizures, is taking all kinds of medication, and needs a caregiver 24/7. And on top of that, now the accident happened. Fuck. Randy got surgery the day after the accident, so on January 30th, 2025. Paul and I were staying at home, taking care of Tinkerbell and worrying and waiting for updates. Well, let's finish this video with something positive. So while Randy and Ria were still at the hospital, on February 1st, 2025, Paul and I got to meet some friends from Reno. Super cool. So John, Annie, and Alex, they were our almost neighbors. Well, not like neighbors, but they were living quite close from where we were living in Reno, Nevada, the USA. And Annie is from the Philippines, and her whole family still lives in the Philippines. And so every year, except when the COVID stuff started, Annie, John, and Alex, they go to the Philippines and stay there between November and March. So they were in the Philippines while we were in the Philippines. We had to meet. So Annie's family lives about 4 hours more north than from where we were staying. And they were going south anyways, I think, for something else. And so we met up outside of the mall, right outside of Clark Freeport Zone. We all went to a buffet, and well, I didn't eat because I don't think there was something that I could have eaten safely anyways. Doesn't matter, I didn't go for the food, I went for the company. It was so cool to see them again, and in the Philippines. That was the second time during our travels we got to meet up with friends. So super cool. Here is the video from Split, Croatia, where we met up the first time with some of our friends also from Reno. Meeting John, Annie, and Alex was so great, but suddenly it got really loud in that buffet restaurant. So everyone, including Alex, that had a birthday in February, got to sit in a chair individually, not everyone together. So they got to sit in a chair, and some people from the staff started singing and dancing in front of them. So it took a while to get through all the birthday kids, and it was so fucking loud, especially always again this fucking happy birthday song. And it was just a bit too much, overstimulating for me, so I had to cover my ears, and it was just too loud.
I think Cliff White died. What? She did die? Yeah. Alex knew about her. Well, that means George. The dog doctor. She mentioned Cliff. Before I forget, where do you post mail around here? At the post office. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Filipinos love to celebrate, sing, and dance and party. It was a nice distraction to see our friends from Reno while waiting for updates about Randy. Don't forget to subscribe here to find out how Randy was doing. Crazy, crazy times in the Philippines. Stay happy, stay healthy.